Ledger has come out with their new product and it looks pretty slick. It's interesting because a cold wallet you never think is going to be, you know, quote unquote attractive or sleek, or you would never consider it something that you would actually maybe show off with pride. But I want to show you what it looks like today. And kind of interesting that they are trying to do kind of like an Apple reveal, which is what Steve Jobs used to do. But let's check it out and see what this looks like. Okay.
Stax. Check this out. Look at that. Look at the beautiful NFT right on the front. It's got the touchscreen, the e-ink display, fully personalized, even on the side. Ledger's proven security stack inside. A hardened touchscreen and e-ink display, USB-C, Bluetooth, wireless Qi charging, and built-in NFC.
All right. So a lot of clapping, a lot of cheering. I don't know how many people were in the crowd there. I guess it's a thing. But let's go into what exactly this whole new Ledger is and why is it so popular, or at least, you know, why is it getting applause? First of all, is the actual design itself. If you guys know what the old Ledger looks like, let me show you what the old Ledger looks like. Okay, it's like a USB here. Okay, one of these. If we pop this up, that's what it looks like. Okay, and if you guys can see it right here, that's exactly what a Ledger looks like. And it's got a little dashboard here. You can't see it light up right now, but there's a dashboard there. And depending on what your portfolio is, in terms of what you've downloaded onto the actual hardware, you can store whatever assets. And depending on which, you know, product line you use, you'll have, you know, different memory involved and whatnot. Okay, so let's go back here. So you look at what I showed you versus what this is, and I can even play a little bit of this, but we're not going to do any volume here. Okay, so basically you can buy a bunch of them and stack them together. It's actually very interesting how that works. So you can actually separate out what you have at each portfolio. Maybe one is only for NFTs. Maybe another one is it's your, you know, your corporate account. Maybe one is your personal account, or your, you know, your brother's account. Whatever it is, you can kind of stack them up. All right, and so they've actually really gone ahead and embraced the whole NFT aspect. And again, I keep telling everybody, NFTs are not dead. They're only going to get more prevalent, and some will listen, some will not. But we'll see how this shakes out. But they're really pushing this hard as one of the attributes of a Ledger Stax. Okay, that you can actually display them. You're still getting great security. It is a sleek design now, kind of like, you know, on an Apple phone. Well, not really, but an Apple phone for a hardware wallet. Okay, it's a touch screen. It's sleek. It's small, and you're still going to be able to do everything with that you could before. But now you have more security and more ease of use. Okay, which is going to be very, very important, because as more people come into the space, or as more people we want to come in the space, this is not the most intuitive. All right, trying to figure out how to set it up, how to send stuff, and then even just carrying it around. It's not the greatest thing to do. So they are bringing more appeal to cold wallets, and then that should draw more people in that are not in the crypto space, and that's what we want ultimately. But here's what's interesting what they're doing. Okay, they're actually saying that there's a little bundle you can get that'll actually allow you to get this, but not just the cold wallet, but also an NFT with it. And that is right here, actually. So let me turn this down a little bit here, okay? So what is this? This is the Ledger Stax NFT bundle. So you get 2 NFTs when you go through this option, okay? You get the Ledger Stax NFT. So you redeem this NFT for a Ledger Stax, one of those sleek little stacks, and a free magnet shell, which is a protective cover for your Ledger Stax. And then you'll also get, number 2, you'll get the Art on Ledger Stack Mint Pass NFT. So you use this NFT to mint a random artwork from the Art of Ledger Stack's collection. And that'll be out in Q1 or March of 2023, so the end of Q1. Okay, and so they show you over here, if you have these passes from before, you have a pre-mint, you know, this is when you can do it. If you have nothing, you can just mint with 0.22 ETH on December 14th. And that'll be that. So interesting, very interesting what's happening in the world of cold wallets. And I think it's such a great time. I don't know if they had it planned like this before or they ramped things up. But with the fallout of FTX and obviously Sam Bankman-Fried and everything that's happening with exchanges since, there hasn't been a better way to highlight the importance of a cold wallet. Like even a hot wallet, meaning a MetaMask or some other wallet that's still connected to the internet, you're still at risk. You still can freely move your assets as you please, but once you're tied to the internet, it can get hacked, anything can happen. Cold wallet is the ultimate storage. It's the ultimate safety. The only time it's at risk is when it's plugged into the computer, right? Other than that, nobody can get a hold of it. Nobody can get into it. So it's interesting how they're now revamping the hardware. The cold wallet part of this amidst all this negative attention on keeping your assets with anybody else, whether that be exchange, whether that be another corporation, whether that be in a hot wallet that's, even though it's yours, is still, you know, vulnerable to access from hackers or whatnot. So interesting, very interesting. And like I said, it's the whole Steve Jobs vibe. They're doing the release. I do like it. I will get one. We'll go over it together when it does happen, and we'll kind of see how it plays out versus the old one. But I'm interested to see how easy it is to move. Like, did they change anything? I know the design looks great, and I'm sure they've upgraded the user interface on it, but is it easier to move things around to actually use the applications inside? Because they're not, like I said, they're not the most intuitive for people who are they just want to dabble in the space or just want to hold their assets without caring about all the whole decentralized aspects of a cold wallet. So very interested to see what happens. I would love to see in the comments below if you guys have one or thinking, well, you have to pre-order one. So are you interested in pre-ordering one? Do you have a cold wallet right now? And if you don't, why don't you?